So you don't need to buy 10 different colors of a red crankbait. You just want one translucent, one opaque. And the reason for that is in clear water, I'm going to throw the translucent crawfish color. You can see how you can see all the way through that bait, and afterwards feel free to come up and look at it. But it's very clear. And the reason for that is if I'm cranking clear water, I still want to have that element of surprise on those fish. And the reason being is if you've ever fished this time of year cranking, if you get some wind, cloudy weather, you tend to get a lot more bites and a lot bigger bites. It doesn't matter what color you throw because those fish can't see that bait coming from as far away. And by the time the bait gets to them, it's either they bite it out of reaction and it's a surprise strike. Whereas if you get a clear sunny day and you're out there throwing a bright red crankbait, they can see this bait coming from 10 or 15 feet away. You don't get as many bites. But on a clear, sunny, calm day, if you're throwing a translucent bait, they don't get as good a look at that bait and they're more willing to bite it on a slick, sunny day in clear water than they are a solid opaque color like this solid red color. So cloudy, nasty day, a little bit of dingy water, I'm throwing this opaque crawfish color. Clear, sunny day with a little bit of wind, I'm going to throw a translucent color. And I apply that same thought process to my shad colored crankbaits as we get into other seasons. So this is going to the structure I was talking about. So hard structure is what you're going to want to be targeting for your shallow pre-spawn cranking. And it could be anything from a dock piling, a bridge piling, a rock pile, a riprap bank, a boat ramp, anything that's going to hold that heat and give those fish a nice hard bottom to set on and just soak up that sun, because that's what a lot of the big female bass do. Before they go spawn, they're kind of incubating those eggs while they're still inside them before they lay the eggs. So they're going to get on something that's going to hold a little bit more heat. And that's what hard structure does pre-spawn time of year. So you can see in this map, this is actually the bridge I caught them on in the back of Gumlog, and I'll show you right here. So this is coming into the creek from Gumlog. That point right there is where they live. There's about 25 Lucky Craft crankbaits probably still on that point that I lost that week because there was so many fish there. I didn't want to go up there and get my bait when I get hung. I was like, I'm just going to break it off. I was probably getting hung on my own crankbaits actually. But that was a great tournament for me, and that's kind of what opened my eyes to this bite. And I've been able to develop it and further figure out what you can and don't need to target. I'm not going to say what you can and can't target, but what you should be focusing on and what you should not be focusing on. Yes, sir.
Well, concrete boat ramps.
That's what I was getting to next. So outside of rocks, which was what I would be fishing on that bridge, a boat ramp is a great place for wintertime cranking. And if you're from this area, you probably already know that. But I'm going to tell you how to differentiate a very good boat ramp from a so-so boat ramp. So when people have private boat ramps or even public boat ramps, so public boat ramps tend to run way out in the lake because they want it to be accessible if the water level drops. But on a public boat ramp, between the slips, a lot of time between the lanes, there'll be a lip of concrete or there'll be a little riprap road that runs between them. That's what those fish will set on those public type boat ramps. But they may run out into 15 or 20 feet of water, but you're still targeting that 5 to 6 foot zone up there. So you still want to be throwing up on the bank and targeting that little line of riprap that's between the ramps. But that's easy to tell, and a lot of people pick up on that. And those ramps get fished a lot, not only by people in boats, but bank fishermen spend a lot of time there fishing, but it's a great place to catch fish. And you have release fish there a lot of times, so they're constantly getting reloaded. But a private boat ramp, a personal boat ramp at somebody's house or residence,